comedy show, there's a lot of times where the host will like come up here and introduce a comic. They'll be like, "Give it up for a good friend of mine." This next comic is actually a really good friend of mine. I want you guys to give a big round of applause for all the way from New York, Jake Weddle, everybody. Give it up for Jake, everybody! I'm not singing it. I can't do Jack White.
No, I was living in New York for the past 3 years. I hated it. Oh God, it's so good to be back. I love being back. There's backyards here. That's awesome. No, I was living in New York where I had like 6 roommates and like half a bathroom, and like I thought I was making like decent-ish money, you know, like I'm from here, so my mom's from North Carolina, so I was making more money than my mom, but my mom had more money than me. Does that make sense? You know, like where I was living, like eggs were $10, you know, but back home they just come out of chickens. So late laugh, love that, hell yeah. I did go to my first New York baseball game. That was a lot of fun. And at that game, I noticed they're still doing the kiss cam. You guys, you guys cool with that? Like what kind of casting couch bullshit? Like whose job is it? You know, during an entire baseball game to be surveying the audience with a camera, and he's like, "Oh, fuck yeah." Them. Put that on the screen for everybody. Like anybody who volunteers for that job shouldn't get it, I think. And I realized I looked like that guy. Like that's fine, you know. I realized what vibe I'm giving off, you know. I looked like I was going for like a rugged hipster thing. Ended up getting pedophiles intern. I get it, you know. I looked like I set up the Wi-Fi on Epstein's island, you know. The password is Quentin. I changed the punchline of that joke depending on the room, okay? I know who's here. No, but I got a bad vibe. You know, I get it. People always come up to me and they ask me one of 2 things. They always ask me, "Are you gay? And are you on coke?" And my answer to both is not right now. Men's bathroom. You know, you do a self-deprecative joke and you go, "All right, that's enough." You know, that's, like I'm not gay. I know that. I know I'm straight, but I did try. You know, I gave it 2, hearty tries and 1 half-hearty. You know, like I know for a fact. I know I'm not into that because I tested it. You know, it's these dudes who are like, "Oh, no, gross, never in a million years, absolutely not, never, ew." What are you scared you're gonna fucking like it? I'm the straightest guy in the fucking room, okay? No, dating's tough. Alright. You know, I gotta try to figure out what my type was. Yeah, I think I figured it out. Apparently my type is almost lesbian. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like edgy bi women who almost exclusively date other women, and they'll tell me, they go, "Jake, okay, well, relax." Yeah, they tell me, "Jake, normally I don't date men because they're too aggressive and masculine." But not you, Jake. No, Jake, you like to drink wine and cry. You don't give off big dick energy. You give off little spoon energy, actually. I was laying in bed with this one girl, and she had her hand on my back, just like this, and she said, "Right here, you feel just like a woman." I didn't know what to say, so I just kind of looked up longingly and played with her armpit hair. You know how you... I love doing that joke on the road because I'll be in the South and everyone's like, "Oh no!" Yeah. I did that joke in Brooklyn. They're like, "I don't get it." What do you mean? I'm fine. No, I was actually recently the only straight white guy at a party. Right fucking up top, brother. Which, first of all, it's me and that guy. First of all, I'm not good at parties. Clearly, you know? Like, I got a lot of emotional baggage, you know? Like, that's not good at a party. Like, I'll be at a party, and someone will come up to me and be like, oh my god, is that tequila? Don't give me tequila. Tequila makes me get naked. And I'll just be like, tequila makes my dad angry. It's a bad vibe at a party. But I was the only straight white guy at the party, and I go take a group photo. I'm in the group photo, you know? I'm like, yeah, okay. And I go back to my friend, and my friend goes, Jake, were you in that photo? And I was like, yeah, what? He goes, right before they took that photo, they said, lesbians only! And nobody stopped me, you know? Not even things mustache in the room. You're fine, get in here, come on. I'm in that photo like Jack Nicholson at the end of The Shining, you know? Part of the hotel the whole time. No, it's good. I know it's you know, going on dates. I got, you know, it's hard. I went on a date one time. No, it wasn't a date. She goes, come to this bar right now. You know those? And I get to the bar, and she goes, okay, Jake, listen. I've had a bad day. I want to have a couple of drinks. And I want to have sex. Awesome, wonderful communication that we're doing, right? So we're sitting there, we're talking. We're going over every horrible thing that has ever happened to either of us. My therapist calls that trauma bonding. I call it vibing, right? So we're vibing. We're vibing, and she stops me, and she goes, Jake, I'm having a really good time, but I cannot have sex with you. And I go, okay, that's fine. What happened? You know, because I thought it was going good. And she goes, first off, mustache. I go, that's fine, say no more, it's okay, I get it. Yeah. But then she goes, I swear to God, this is true. She goes, the way you speak, you sound like you're always doing a comedy bit all the time. And I do not want to have sex with that. And that's fair, because I don't know if you ever had sex with a guy who can't get out of comedy mode. They're like, hey, really good to be here. You come here often, or? Is that the light? That's my time. My name is Jake Weddle. Hey, I hate when I get the light. All right. No, actually, I recently got out of a bad breakup. I found out she was cheating on me. Anybody else go through a bad breakup right now? With my ex? That was a weird Mario-ass fucking... What kind of woohoo-ass fucking...
Sorry.
What happened? Why did you guys break up? What happened?
What?
No, you can't be loud and then look away. What happened?
Yeah, no, I'm embarrassed now.
You were so quick to switch gears. That was so... Oh, fuck. You looking at me? Shit. Oh, I didn't think I would be that loud. Shit. No, I'll keep going, but relax.
I thought there'd be hundreds.
No, it's just me and you. It's just me and you here in these streets.
Here we are.
Here we are. You see, you're confident again. You see, I can't figure you out. It's like he wants to talk, but then the second he bombs, he's like, oh, never mind. I wasn't talking at all. What do you do for work? What do you do for work?
I'm a sales rep. Yeah.
Did you guys hear that laugh before that? I'm a sales rep. What do you sell? You see, he's picky and choosy, this fucking guy.
Alright, I have to go now. Epoxy
Oh, Jesus
flooring.
Christ, you good?
Epoxy
There's
flooring.
more acts after me. This guy. I have to go now.
I'm not sex about what I do. It's epoxy flooring.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you make sure we're all grounded. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That's nice of you. Anyway, my ex cheated on me with that guy.
Doubt it.
No, that's true. I did find out she was cheating on me. I think I handled it pretty well, though. I didn't do anything Carrie Underwood wouldn't do. And that's a weird double standard. How come when a man cheats on a woman, women are like, I dug my chin to the side, and everyone's like, yes, bitch, kill him, you know? But if I'm working multiple jobs, make sure I can afford the Manhattan apartment she insists that we have, where she's fucking people, I can't at least text her and call her a cunt. What's that about? You know what I mean? That's just... I can't at least, you know, say... No, during the relationship, I think my TikTok algorithm was trying to save the relationship, you know? Like at first, my algorithm, you know, was like, okay, you're an anxious, she's an avoidant. Here's how you guys are gonna figure it out, you know? And then the breakup happened, my algorithm switched, I got on some Andrew Tate shit. I think that's what happens. The algorithm goes to your really sad text and goes, oh, he's perfect for this right here. That's what, you know what I mean? I went from therapy chick to fuck her and get Bugatti. Fucking. That's how it happens. You know, I am in a relationship now. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Yeah, it's funny because I'm dating two people. No, it's not what it says. No, it's the same guy. No, so there's the person at first who says, Jake, I want you to wake me up tomorrow at this time. That's the first person. And then there's the next person. I go, hey, you told me to get you up at this time. You know, and she goes, what are you doing? And I go, oh, I'm sorry. She goes, let me keep sleeping. I go, of course, yeah. And I let her keep sleeping for like another 15, 20, I let her, an hour goes by. And then, and I go, hey, it's the second time around, yeah. Trying to, and then she goes, hey. What the fuck? I told you to wake me up an hour ago. And I go, you said let me leave. She goes, oh, I didn't say that. I go, yes, you did. Now I'm fighting two of you. Fucking. So it's going good. No, the worst date I ever been on was I went on a date with this girl, and she told me she was into conspiracy theories. Listen, I used to love conspiracy theories. I really did. And I feel like 2020 kind of ruined them. They're not really vogue anymore, you know? But here's my problem with conspiracy theories, is most of them are true. You know? But I think there's always one bullshit detail to a conspiracy theory that ruins them, and I feel like that's done on purpose. I think the government adds a bullshit detail to a conspiracy theory to throw you off, you know? Like the whole Epstein sex trafficking thing, it's totally real. Absolutely happened. And somebody at the government was like, oh God, they're gonna find out about the kids, what do we do? And somebody else was like, tell them what happens at a pizza place. It's fine, you know? Tell them what happens at Papa John's and it's no big deal, actually. It's almost like it's a bad improv game. You know, one guy goes, 9/11 was an inside job. Somebody else goes, yes, and it was the Jews. Whoa! That had nothing to do with nothing, what the hell? It's like 6 companies control every single aspect of your life in secret. Yes, and they're lizards. Stop inviting that guy. We're getting close to something, that guy ruins it, you know? So I'm on this date, and she tells me, you know, that she's into conspiracy theories, and I ask her, I go, which one? That's important. And I swear to God, she goes, she firmly believed in this conspiracy theory that giraffes do not exist. She thought they were robots, some kind of hologram. She wasn't buying this giraffe bullshit that we have been fed. And I would ask her, I'd be like, why? Why do you believe that? And she'd be like, why do they have antenna? You know what antennas are for? Getting signals. That's why their necks are so long, to boost the reception! I wanted to date her so bad. I wanted to date her so bad, so the first place I could take her could be like the zoo. You know what I mean? Like the first date at the zoo, because I want to see a reaction to all the other animals. You know, she's got to apply the same level of skepticism to every exhibit, right? Or does she walk into the platypus exhibit like everything's fine? You know? She walks in duck-billed, beaver tail covered in fur. That makes sense. But this horse's neck's a little sus. There is one conspiracy theory that I do believe wholeheartedly, and I believe it because I made it up. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term sudden infant death syndrome. Please stay with me. Listen. I heard one on. Shut the fuck up. Listen. Sudden infant death syndrome. I think the guy that coined the term sudden infant death syndrome killed a baby. And then somebody else was like, what happened? And he was like, that happened so suddenly, dude. That's supposed to be a syndrome. I gotta. Now, this next joke is a bit about the Patriot Act, but I swear to God, at the end of it, it will be a dick joke. So, you guys, okay, you're relaxed from the last thing, relax. The Patriot Act, you guys know what that is? That's the post 9/11 bill that allows the government to watch you masturbate through smart TV. You know, that's a weird name for a bill. Like, it's a weird name, that's all I'm saying. It's a weird, it's called the Patriot Act. That's not fair. Yeah, how do you not vote? Like you can pass any bill like that. You can make a bill called "Like This Bill or You're Gay." Yeah. And half of Congress is like, I'm not fucking gay. I'm gonna vote for that. Yeah. It's gonna get to the point where the government's gonna want to put computer chips in babies' brains like as soon as they're born, and you're not allowed to ask why or what they do. And they're just gonna call that bill Uncle Sam's Dick. Tell terrorism to suck it. Listen, I don't care how anti-government, you hear the bill Uncle Sam's Dick, tell terrorism to suck it, you're like, my baby, you got nothing to hide. Listen. You know, so the dick stuff, let me get to it. So, you guys, this is a younger crowd, unfortunately pretty white, but it's a young crowd in here, it's fine. You guys sexting, you're taking pictures of your genitals, sending them to strangers, you guys do that? I'm 27, so I don't know. The government likes to look into our phones. I like to be down. I like to have a little fun. I have saved every single picture I have ever taken of my penis. Fucking stacks up. I got hundreds of pictures of my penis in my phone in a file that I have labeled terrorist plots. So that I know right now there's a guy in the Pentagon getting paid $75,000 a year to go through dick pic after dick pic after dick pic. And he can't stop either. He's got to thoroughly investigate every single dick. Because what if it's like dick bomb, you know what I mean? Like, his office is a wreck. He's got a wall full of dicks, and he's got red lines that connect each dick like a Da Vinci Code of penises. Something's got to be here. Something's got to be up. The penises, Mason. What do they mean? And the last picture is a close-up of my balls, and it just says, "Gotcha." That's how I protest. No, I feel like a lot of people are getting into conspiracy theories nowadays because the news is, it's hard to watch, here's my problem with the news. Like MSNBC, Fox News, it's always rich people doing the news. People that get paid $7 million a year to do the news, I think that's bullshit. I think only poor people should be allowed to do the news. I think that'll make it a lot more accurate, right? Just get a bunch of homeless people. But this just in, we're hungry. Here's Tom with the weather. Tom? Cold. Cold again. Here's Dave with the economic corner. Dave, not good, Tom! Stocks claim to be at a record high, but for some reason I am still sleeping outside. I try to steer away from watching the news too much, especially nowadays. I did vote. I did vote stoned. Which when listen, okay, when I was voting, I voted blue down the ballot, but I noticed in the very, very last one, it said Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisor. Do we have to vote for that? Give me I've never been talking politics with my friends like, oh my God, you heard the Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisor did? Like I never, you know what I mean? Like, they're not conserving enough soil and water! Come November, things are changing. But so I try not to watch the news. I read the titles of news articles. I think that's enough. You get the gist that way, I saw the title of a news article. It said, video games attract two kinds of people. Addicts and abusers. I thought, what a better use of their time, right? So like if I had to pick, idle hands. I saw the title of an article that said that scientists were making leeway in curing cancer by using the placebo effect. Some of you know what that is, the placebo effect, On one hand, if it works, cool. But on the other, what kind of piece of shit doctor is pretending to heal his patients? You know what I mean? Like, this is gonna fix me, right, doc? Do you trust me? It's not gonna work if you... There's like biochem majors in there. Okay. Awesome. I saw some interesting statistics about gun violence. Did you guys know that there are more deaths every year in the United States related to gun violence than there are U.S. military casualties overseas? I don't know about you guys. I've been thinking about enlisting. Just to be safe, right? And I told that joke one time, and this guy in the back gets up, and he goes, "Hey man, I served in Iraq. That's not funny." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I've been to a high school, a gay club, and a country concert. So statistically speaking, that's a math joke." That's a joke about math. Okay. No, actually, I was working at the movie theater for like 3 years, and I was taking the tickets one day, and this guy comes up to me when I'm taking the tickets, and he goes, "Hey man, what's your weapons policy?" I said, "You can't come in." That is the policy. If you have to ask, no. And I don't have a problem with gun people either. I just think you guys are dorks. And that's super fair, you know? Because like I don't know if you ever like hung out with like a bunch of Star Wars fans and you made the mistake of saying something like, "Hey, who's that bear guy?" Okay, so Chewbacca, he's a Wookiee, Politic Sheik, so just go to the Clone Wars. You go, okay, relax, you know, like, you know, talk about guns or gun people, it's the exact same. Oh man, all these AR-15s, we got a ban assault rifles. First of all, AR-15s are not, there's something going to get them, don't fucking, only enemies to get laid instead. You know what I mean? Like if I had to, just have sex instead. I have fired a gun. I fired a gun one time. I don't know, that's funny. I fired a gun one time. I was in the woods. It's not good. I was in the woods. I fell down. Not because it was like too big or anything. It was a 9mm. I'm told that's the biggest one. But from what I hear, listen. No, I fell down. I fell down because when I shot the thing, the shell came out and it booped me on the head, and I said, "I've been hit." And then the woman I was with was like, "You're gay." You know, my childhood swim team was on the news recently. No. That is never good. It was not a good story. Apparently, the coach was having sex with one of his underage students. Yeah, regret those fucking whiz. And that's only the second craziest part. Listen, okay, there's two crazy parts about that news story. Okay, the second craziest part is the coach was my dad. Yeah, 100% real, swear to God. Father's Day was a breeze this year. Won't have to buy a thing. Didn't have to for 28 to 30. This is real, but that's only the second craziest part. The first craziest part about that news story is after that news story aired on 3 different news stations, 3 kids joined the team. Huh? What? All publicity is good publicity, apparently. That means multiple families were watching the news and they were going, "Oh my God. Honey, get in here. Can you believe this? There's been a swim team this entire time and we had no idea. Jimmy, get your fat ass down here, Jimmy. Jimmy, we're putting your fat ass on the swim team. But Dad, the coach is a pedophile." Well, then you better be fast. That's my therapist's favorite joke. I am in therapy, clearly. My therapist said to me the other day, I got diagnosed with ADHD. Again, yeah, I don't have to tell you. But I got diagnosed with ADHD and I asked her, I said, "Not ADD?" And she goes, "Nah, you got a lot of H." Super fair. I do have a prescription for Adderall, but in the greatest country in the world, it's really hard to fucking get, I tell you. I have a prescription. How come the only way I have to get my prescription is by meeting a guy in the park with a man bun? Like, I don't like he has my shit, but like the pharmacy doesn't, you know? And I'm not good at buying drugs either. I hate when that gets a laugh, I really do. It's like I'm not a cop, right? Like I'm not a cop. But I really want them to like know and like think that I'm not a cop, so I go out of my way to like not be like a cop. I've already said cop 5 times in front of the guy, you know, he's not gonna sell to me. And yeah, all the drugs I've done have been very like for work. Like for example, when I was in college, I was failing my philosophy class, and then I started taking mushrooms. I graduated the TA. So that's how that one shakes out. They'd be like, Jake, your homework's late again. I'd be like, time's an illusion. He's right. These are all the wrong answers. Like maybe in your subjective reality. Holy shit. You know? And like I went to, I got 2 degrees. College is a fucking scam. Listen, like they say you're more likely to die before you end up paying back all your student loans, or at least that's my plan. You know? Because they're gonna walk in, find my hanging corpse, and be like, oh my god, this is gonna hurt the economy. You know? And like we had to like take like gen eds. You know what I mean? Like those are the classes that have nothing to do with your major that you like don't give a shit about. And like, is that the solid light? Do I gotta get the fuck up? No, I'm still good? How much time do I have? Just a thumb up? That's not helpful, brother. Back.
You have 5 minutes, dude.
Oh, holy shit, he's got a mic. Oh, never mind. I'll shut the fuck up. That man has the power of speech. Alright, okay. Let's get back to my shit. Jabs. I think you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on classes you already took. That's a little bullshit. They always say like, oh, you need gen eds, in order for this to be a well-rounded degree, bullshit. I thought this was America, where the customer's always right. How come, like, I walk into McDonald's, be like, let me get a Big Mac, no pickles. They don't try to upsell me. You need those pickles in order for this to be a well-rounded sandwich. They don't do that. How come I can be like, let me get a communication degree, hold the Latin, please, I just had to take a bunch of bullshit class. I took a health class. Actually, before I get to this, I worked 2 jobs to pay for school. The first job was I was a lifeguard, and lifeguarding is a very difficult job because you are the only barrier there between life and death for minimum wage. That is a minimum wage job. And I'm not saying I should have made a lot more, but I should have at least worked for tips. Because at my other job, I was a food server. And as a food server, I made tips. So let's think about that for a second. That kind of shows you we value a little more in this country. It's not life. It is the ability to have food brought to you. I gave this guy 3 chicken strips. 3 chicken strips. He gave me $6. That is $2 a strip. Very generous. Meanwhile, I just bring little Jimmy here back to the fucking shadow realm. Breathe life into this child to give him a second chance at existence. Barely gonna thank you. Maybe if I brought your kid back to life at the side of ranch, you'd be a little more appreciative. We tip the pizza guy, because he's the guy who allows us to eat without leaving the home. And we tip him when he's 30 minutes late and your pizza's cold. But if I waited 30 minutes to get your kid, and I gave it back to you cold. That's the second dead baby joke of the night. Don't put that on me. My college is a scam. I took a bunch of classes I didn't give a shit about. I took a Health 1000 class, and in that class, it was a required seminar I had to go to called Sex Rules. It was a double entendre, like the rules of sex, but also fucking. Sex rules, dude. So there's 800 students unpacked in this theater, and this guest speaker comes out, and she goes, okay, everybody, in order to get your credit, I projected my phone number here on the back wall. I want you to text me some questions that you have about sex so we can have a dialogue. Yeah, she was checking her phone, she was trying to figure out what kind of questions she was getting. She turns around, she goes, oh, that's not my number. So we don't get it. 800 students are all sending sex questions to the wrong guy! And because of the flurry of messages he was getting, he responded to one person in the room. I got a reply. They said in all caps, please stop! I hope he put his kids to bed. Most important business meeting of his life. His job's on the line. He's got his PowerPoint set up for his boss who's half paid attention, focus. Just as anal beach question mark. No, just last joke and I'll get out of here. I did a debate essay in college. It wasn't my intention to write. It was an essay on pornography. I didn't mean to. Nice stats. Fucking. I hated the female voice. Nice. Hell yeah, brother. Well, no, it was a debate essay. You had to get in groups of 2. Each person had to debate one side of an argument, and there was one guy left who did not have a partner. So I went up to him and I said, "Why did the whole class elect not to work with you for some reason?" And he said, yeah, I wanted to debate that pornography is sexist and objectifies women, but nobody wanted to do a paper that was pro-porn. I said, sir, I think you're in luck. I have been doing research on the subject since the summer of '08. And I titled my paper, Pornography, the Master Debate. It gets better. The professor writes back, I swear to God this is true. I flipped it over. I can see you have a sense of humor. I hope you appreciate mine as well. I got a 69. Boom! You guys give it up for your host. My name is Jake Weddle. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Give it up for Jason Freeman, everybody!
Oh, that's a good joke. Jake Weddle, everybody.
Yeah, bring it in. One of these.
So good.
So fun.
Of the night.
I love that. That was so fun.